Hello! I'm playing some of the 80s today. I saw some people play it, but not been watching it a whole bunch. But I've been hearing basically everyone say that, at least the ones that have played it, that it's really good. Which isn't a surprise, honestly, because it's a super giant game, so... The only surprise there, honestly, is that they're making a, like, rogue-ish game now. But I think it could work. I've not been, like, hugely into the rogue-ish, rogue-like games in a while now. I was really into Isaac for a while, but then, like, a lot of different games started doing it, the same sort of formula, and it kind of fell off a little bit. I mean, I've had, like, a falling out with Isaac in general, right? Because that game isn't really as great anymore as it used to be with Ultimate Plus and everything. But Supergiant, you know, I gotta play every Supergiant game. Let's give it a try. There's been a bunch I've been meaning to try forever, I just never got around to it, you know.
Whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Wow. The presentation is just gorgeous.
Goodbye, Father.
It looks very Transistor, I feel. But obviously it looks very Bastion as well. It's decidedly very Supergiant. you can tell who's made this. They got like one of those like signature styles where you look at the games and you know exactly who's made them. Kind of like Blizzard. Less than now, I guess, maybe. I feel like Blizzard used to be more iconic than maybe they are right now, but I feel like you still can like look at Overwatch characters or like WoW and, you know, see that's Blizzard. And I feel a similar way about Supergiant for sure. But yeah, what I was about to say with the roguelike games is that they're kind of paradoxical to me, because I feel like they demand a lot of time from you, but also are these games that are meant to be played in like bursts. And it's that doesn't gel very well with me, because like I know what sort of commitment you have to put into Isaac before you like get all the items to make it actually fun, right? Because like when you first start Isaac, it's like I feel like it's a lot harder when you start Isaac, because you don't get like a lot of the good items for a while, because they're locked behind like achievements and challenges and just a lot of playthroughs. And I feel like that's the case with a lot of these games. Like Risk of Rain as well had like a bunch of characters that were locked behind a bunch of stuff you had to do, and it was just really hard to get to the point where I was having, you know, as much fun with the game as like streamers had, you know.
To be her. Then here goes nothing.
Ooh.
In the name of
Zagreus.
Olympus,
That's the that's not Dionysus, but it's like the first Dionysus or something like that. It's an interesting god. I like Dionysus, but I think there's like an actual like more Dionysus or something like that.
From that miserable place, I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part.
It's a cool lad though.
Here with me.
Athena. I guess this is where like the roguish sort of things comes in. I think you like have like a different run every time we play this, and each run you pick these like different boons, right? So all of these are like about deflecting. So you just like choose how you deflect, I guess. So you got a dash, you got a divine strike. I'll take the divine strike. You know, it makes it stronger as well. And so I guess I can put deflect by attacking now. I'm not entirely sure what deflecting actually means, but dude, the voice acting is so good. The art is excellent, like incredible. I love the portraits as well. Like the character designs are beautiful, and like all the voice acting as well is just excellent. This is still in early access, by the way. So I'm not entirely sure when it's, you know, going to be out or anything like that. But I do know that it's basically feature completed right now. I think like most of the updates now add like arts and like items and stuff, I think. I'm just getting into it now, so honestly I don't know. Whoa, okay, I'm back. My dad called me. I was very worried about Corona. I'm fine. Don't worry, Dad. Alright, so I am very out of this game now because that took longer than you might think. How do we play this gun? Ah, so you got this ability here. You can like launch a projectile. Oh, does it like send something back? Or was that their projectile? Oh, no, that was their projectile. I thought my thing just like sent it back, so I can't like always do it. Oh, I need like this crystal thing. Oh, so do I like send the crystal thing and it's like on them and then I need to kill them to retrieve it? Okay. Sure. It's interesting. I guess like that might even be like a debuff or something while they have it as well. Oh, I wonder if I can shoot those slash those projectiles now. I can! I guess that's a deflect. That's really cool. Yeah, so that choice earlier was like I could have dodged through the projectiles to like send them back. Or I could have like use a spell or something to send them back, I think. So there's a lot of different ways to play this game. That is really nice. That's really cool. This might not be like might not be totally visible if you're not playing, but it plays really well. Like the controls are real slick and intuitive as hell. Like it didn't show me the controls at all when I launched this game. And everything just sort of makes sense. Everything's kinda exactly where I expected it to be. I guess like the dodge could be on a different button, but like there's been a lot of games which has had like a movement mechanic on A, you know. So it feels really intuitive. Oh. And it doesn't feel sluggish at all. Like you can kind of play exactly how I want, you know? Like, I want to sort of, like, dip in, dip out sort of thing. And it lets me do that. It's not, like, bogging me down in really long animations or anything like that. I don't think I can, like, cancel these animations, but it almost feels like I'm, like, animation cancelling. Got him.
Time to collect.
And also, I'm feeling really powerful, like, very early. It's nice. It's very nice. As opposed to like Isaac, which is a game that you end up feeling really powerful, but a lot of that is because you feel so weak at the start of that game. Like losing a run in Isaac is so heartbreaking because you get sent all the way back, and okay, those are traps. And your attacks are just so weak, you know? Like, it takes like 10 tears to kill an enemy, and like, most of those tears are kinda hard to land, because like, the way your character moves and everything. Like, you can only shoot in 4 directions.
That'll keep me going for a bit.
Is this way? I don't know what that is. There is a lot of different ways to play this game as well. I've not unlocked any of them right now, but I've seen like a bow, and I've seen like a claw. I think that's in a new update, like they added a new weapon. So, you get to like, instead of having a lot of characters in this, you get to like choose a very unique weapon, I feel. Oh, I didn't get to like actually see what those things were. I wanted to inspect what they were. So you get to like, you get to these doors, and then you get to choose what sort of bonus you want to bring to the next room. I guess this is the boss. I guess? It's got some boss-like music. There's a skull on that skeleton boy. Ow. I wonder if I can bait them into these traps there. Oh, there's my projectile. I should do some science to see how much damage I do. 28, and with the thing, I still do 28. Okay, so it might not be like a damage debuff. It's some sort of debuff maybe, but I feel like it might also just be that they have captured my ammo. I need to kill them to get my ammo back. There's probably some mechanics as to get it back as well, like deal a certain amount of damage and you just get it back. I did get it back there actually.
Had enough.
Got him.
That was revelry. People having a good time. Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I was having a good time, yeah.
Hey there, Zag.
There's the bonuses.
Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how Zagreus and Dionysus are related, but they are related in some way. Oh, so they have different rarities to these boons as well. Hangover, what is that? Victim keeps taking damage. Okay, so I can like dash into them. I can like stack up like a dot on them. That's interesting. Increase the life total, healing you for the amount. Gain a life when you pick up something. Wine. If your heart is low after encounters, restore to threshold. Aha. So that's kind of like the meaty haunch, whatever, from Slay the Spire. Say the drunken dash. That sounds fun.
Leave it to the god of wine to liven things up around.
Although now I'm kind of regretting not having the deflect dash. Oh, I see.
Can't heal myself, but I can fight.
Maybe some commentary there about how I didn't pick the thing to heal myself, and instead I picked the aggressive option. So that's like a crystal thing. That's like a burlap sack with skulls. Honestly, I don't know what is what yet. It hasn't actually told me. I kind of just gotta figure it out.
I think I hear the river.
I don't think you get those bonuses right away. I think those are the things that drop once you finish the room. Oh, it's a shop. Alright, so typical rogue-like thing. They show me a bunch of items, but not exactly tell me what they are. It's Karen! Or Charon.
Well, I could see you
Charon.
down, mate. Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and
Ah, he said the word
if
even.
you got some sort of wares for sale, then I'll just have a look around.
Can we talk to him again? No, I wanted to hear what the pronunciation of Karen was. Ugh.
Infernal wares of the Stygian boatman Charon.
Charon, yeah, it is Charon. It's not Charon.
Available for sale to whomever would be willing to quench the boatman's great thirst for riches.
There's some lovely voiceover in this.
Just tidying up a bit.
And also, it's got a lot of heart and humor in this, I feel, as well. Zagreus is... It's got a lot of... It's very charming. Very charming. And a lot of the characters meet are very charming as well. Ooh! Okay, I guess that pomegranate... I believe that's what that is. It says upgrade one of the things. So we can either stack up... No, increase our hangover damage stacks. That sounds pretty good, honestly. We can just increase attack damage in general. I mean, this just seems like the easy choice, honestly. That we just get more damage. Let's do this thing.
They must have lots of these upon Olympus.
Because it was like 5 stacks, right? So having more damage for each stack should be like a fairly large amount of damage. Ah, oh, it says down there what to do. Sometimes this says restore health, and this is I don't know. You get purple crystals.
Yum.
Yum, indeed. Alright, let's go. What's this? Nothing. Fair enough. I will proceed here then. Oh, hello. I like the enemies. The enemies are very Bastion, aren't they? We're kind of seeing these guys. I'm just thinking about what were those even called? Like the big slimy blob monsters in Bastion. They were called something like Trouble or something like that, or like Troublemakers, I think. They had a very silly name.
All set.
Methinks I will have all that gold.
Each exit has its own reward.
Yeah. I'll get a key, I guess. I've been picking up plenty of purple crystals, so I'm happy to get something new and different. Oh, you know what? I bet the purple crystals is like experience or something like that. I don't know if it is experience in this game, but it might even be like a meta currency in this game. I might see how many like purple crystals I've obtained after this run, you know. Oh, there's like different properties to the terrain as well. when I'm actually like doing my knockback, I'm hitting them against the walls. I'm doing a wall, like a wall charge attack or something like that. It says wall something, wall bang or something. So the combat, it feels really intricate. Wall slam, yeah. I guess that's like a stun, like a League of Legends style stun, or like extra damage.
Wonder where I can use this.
Maybe just panaz. We already have a key, so I guess we'll go for more purple crystals. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person, buddy. You tuned into the wrong video. What are you doing here, you fool? Ooh, I thought those were a wall for a second. I like the music. It feels very theme appropriate, you know what I mean? A lot of it isn't like super how to put it? A lot of it is kinda ambient-ish, or at least more ambient-ish than like the other games. Like Transistor, for example, had like very noticeable sound design, like incredible sound design, and just really good soundtrack as well. Bastion as well had like very attention-grabbing music. I'll take another pomegranate, sure. I probably should have taken the other thing just to learn what that is, you know? But, the pomegranate seemed pretty strong when I got it last time. Just gotta like, upgrade one of my skills. And I know some of the other skills I get to upgrade are pretty strong, you know? Just get, upgrade my attack damage by 10%. Sounds pretty valuable to me. That hangover thing seems really strong. Like, the damage amount it told me, it didn't seem that high, like 5 damage per stack. But when I'm seeing the health, like, chunk from the dots, I'm realizing just how valuable it is. The deflect is real fun. It's just really nice to have, like, this quick and large a swipe to counter with. It feels really good. Oh, I can upgrade that again. In for a penny, in for a pound, right?
I feel stronger.
Do wish I had some sort of sustain right now, though. Like maybe focusing on Mad Reds. It's red. I think that means health.
Much better.
Oh, just a goodie room. Is this a puzzle room?
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying
Tartarus.
dangers far beyond the underworld prince's reckoning.
Been hearing that name a lot recently. I've been playing a lot of Persona 3.
And I can reckon quite a bit.
But this is the Tartarus rather than something that's a metaphor for Tartarus. So, it's a fun setting.
Well, this is awkward.
I did see someone fighting
Not one step further.
Megara, and she seems pretty strong.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back, like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
I'll have to go with the painful way.
A man after my own heart.
She's got a great voice. Oh, dude, I love the voice acting in this. Everyone's great. I think the strat here is just going to be to dodge around and see if we can make a real hungover. Because we just need to stack that up. And that way we can do some damage while also avoiding damage. I did, unfortunately, get into this fight fairly weakened. Don't have a whole lot of HP. I took some damage that I didn't need to. Yeah, that's all. Oof. Rough.
My hall.
That's a great death animation. The presentation of this is stellar. It's absolutely incredible. Look how vibrant this is. Like, I love the red that they picked for this.
I'm home.
It's just so red. It's like a crimson red, right? It's very good. Hello there, Hypno.
Welcome to the house of
Hypnos.
Hades, wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more
Back
than others.
already.
Hello there, Hades.
Stupid.
He looks great.
I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
I'm also really happy with the designs they've gone with it for each character, because it's distinctly theirs. Like, it would have been an easy trap for them to just like steal all the Disney designs, you know, for all these gods and stuff. But it's really nice to see that they made like a distinctly Supergiant take on all the characters. It's great.
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go. See for yourself.
And that's the idea of Hades. That Zagreus wants to get to the service, and his dad is like, nope, you're stuck down there with me, buddy.
Good to see you, lad. Despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
It's fun that Achilles now isn't like associated with the sort of with being a great warrior strength, but being the guy with the weakness, you know. That is strange because like he's actually like a great warrior, as I say, like a forgotten hero.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
It's like a backwards sort of case of like most other stories, right? Because in a lot of stories, when you consider the characters, you consider who they are at the start of the story. Like Scrooge, like Ebenezer Scrooge. When you think of a Scrooge, you don't think of someone that's philanthropic, you know, or altruistic. But he is at the end of the story, spoilers. But at the very start of the story, he's very greedy, you know, miserly, and that's the things we remember about him. But with some of these characters, we actually remember the opposite.
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man.
That's what I'm talking about. It's a very, very charming game. Like, there's a lot of character to everyone.
Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time.
I love her art.
Has the
That is so
goddess
good.
been true to her word?
She has, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact and explained to her the situation that I'm in. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
It was the least that I could do. The Olympians typically do not involve themselves in underworld affairs, yet your circumstances seem to do cause for an exception. They shall make powerful allies, but reveal to them no more than they already know. For all our sakes.
I feel like the art's done a really good job of, like, communicating who the characters are.
Let's just have a listen.
No parent should outlive their child. Like with me, I suppose. Oh, I think all these blobs that walk around, I think these are humans that have died.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
Oh,
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
it's a very big pet,
There's a good boy.
and you can pet the dog, of course.
The dog has enough troubles of his own.
Shut up, Dad. Cerberus is into being pet. You can only pet the right header, can't you? Oh. I recognize that noise. That's the sound of Snapjaw turtles from Warcraft 3, isn't it? Well, it's not. It's like a common... What's it called? Like a common licensing sort of thing? Common... I keep thinking common core, that's not right. There's some stock sort of audio effect that everyone has access to. That's probably what it is.
Hey, room. I'm back.
Hello, room. What a mess, dude. What is this here? You got a real nice room, bud. Do you really have to throw your clothes on the ground when you got this much space?
State of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he clean everything up.
Fair enough.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, is it?
It's not that bad. It's not perpetual disarray, but you do just have some stuff on the ground, like clothes, which I could never see you wearing. Those just look like pink t-shirts. Doesn't exactly seem like your style.
Night and darkness, guy.
Aha, okay, excellent. So, both the keys and the purple crystals are like a meta currency then, for like the hub vault, that lets you upgrade a part of your character permanently, I guess. I think we should just get the value point in each, honestly. Like, starting with 10% extra damage is pretty... It's like a fair amount. I don't really need to upgrade that more immediately, you know? So now I see there's some more motivation to collecting those crystals, don't I? Oh, and those keys also unlock more weapons.
Let's try it.
Why don't we try a new weapon then, while we're looking, having a new look at this game, so I can show you. I can show you kind of what the different run might look like. Let's try it both for a while. Might be some more characters and stuff to look at, but you'll just have to see it yourself, buddy. Old buddy, old chum.
Thunder. Is this really him?
Who could it be?
Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings there.
Oh, he looks great.
Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he's not so much as called in quite some time.
So rude.
Have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Everyone's so supportive of us, aren't they? Like, that's another thing I like about this game, is that everyone's just kind of friendly. That's nice, you know? Let's try this electric shot thing.
Lord Uncle Zeus lending his support. Never thought I'd
I see. Okay, that's pretty hurty. It'll take some getting used to this. If this feels very different, very, very different to the sword. It's kind of reminding me of Monster Hunter right now. The way that bow handles, like a really quick sort of surprisingly short range attack with like weapon with a bunch of like dodging in between, you know. All the attacks are like very similar as well. You just need it's like a rain of arrows attack, and is basically the same. That'll count. Lightning bolt or trident? Lightning bolt is gonna be Zeus. I guess this is gonna be it's not gonna be Neptune, because that's a Roman, right? Poseidon? I think it's Poseidon in Greek mythology. I don't claim to be an expert of Greek mythology. Just sort of pick and choose what I like, you know? Yeah, the bow feels pretty swish. I'm a big fan. They've not fallen into the trap of just making the bow like a boring, long-range weapon here. It's very active.
Crashing waves.
They've also not made it like really weak or anything either.
It's Uncle Number 2. It's got to be. Then, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Yeah, Poseidon. He looks great. That beard.
We've a lot of catching up to do, but first things first. You get yourself out of that dour underworld. As for me, I'll see if I can stir things up a bit to cover your advance.
Everyone's so supportive of us. Our family is just the best. No, let's go with the special. I think that makes more sense. So, more weapons, more skills, and more stat upgrades. I think the key is more funny, honestly, at the start of the game. I guess if you want to progress farther, then you probably want to go with the gemstone now. Yeah, I feel like giving knockback to this attack means that this attack has more identity. Because right now, it kind of just feels like I am losing DPS by using the spread fire. you know? But the knockback means that I get some safety. I can't deflect, can I? Yeah, I just need to, like, dodge the projectiles now, don't I? Actually, it's good. It's better damage now. It's better damage now that I've upgraded it. I think. Might just be more damage because they were big, and therefore they ate more of my arrows. Yeah, it's not actually more DPS when they're small, but when they're big, it seems like a pretty good way of getting more damage. Yeah, see that? I was like 80. Because I was close enough that he ate a bunch of my flurry. Yeah, that's fun. That's good.
That's a relief. Let's see.
We can just buy some heals here. Yarn of Ariadne seems pretty good as well, but I can't afford it. Too broke. I am really enjoying the bow right now. Yeah, going with the split shot here was definitely a good decision. I wonder if it interrupts like that ordinarily, or if that's just a thing it did and because I added a knockback to it. Because I seem to be interrupting enemies a lot. It is a lot of chaos though. Just projectiles everywhere, you know. I should remember to go for backstabs as well. Especially with the shotgun. Because that is a lot of damage if I can get multiple shots in.
A key to a weapon.
Pomegranate or another skill. Let's go for another skill this time. Because last time we upgraded it, one skill, and we ended up getting very pigeonholed into one playstyle. Oh, our shots actually destroy projectiles, don't we? Just notice that. So we do actually have some sort of deflect. Well, it's not a deflect, but we, rather than turning them away, we can destroy the projectiles. I guess that's what the deflect upgrade does. I think most decks probably will destroy projectiles, but if you get the deflect upgrade, you can send them back as well, which seems really strong against ranged foes. Because in certain terrain, they can be a little bit annoying, can't they? I also need to remember to use my chain lightning more. Can get in some scraps there if I miss my shots like that.
In the name of Hades.
Poseidon, give me something good. Your knock away effects also rupture foes. That just seems like the obvious thing to go for right now. I think Razor Shoals just sounds like the obvious option. That's a good synergy. And that's also good to see, that there's actually like
No way to patch up.
very neat synergies in these abilities, that they work together in interesting ways. Because that ability, like, in itself, would have been a bit lame. But because I have the knockback attached to my special attack, it suddenly became really interesting, right? I do see one weakness right now of getting that skill that improved my special, like fling attack. And that my fling attack doesn't really come back a whole lot, you know. So during boss fights, it's kind of useless, I feel. Also, my spare attack here isn't as consistent because these guys are pretty dangerous to be close to. The safer option would have been to get the long range attack, probably. But imagine once you get like pre-accustomed to their moves and the rules of the fights. Like even this like shotgun strat will be pretty good. That seems that the throwing thing though does a lot of damage, and it did seem pretty decent for regular chumps.
Hi there. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Aphrodite?
Why, hello there, little godling. I have to say, you're quite the specimen, and so I've decided I shall aid you for the moment. You interested?
Sure thing, buddy. Also, great art. Heartbreak Strike. Ooh. Very end up though. That's actually really good for my shotgun strat. Yeah, that's really good for my shotgun strat.
don't see why not.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun breaking hearts. Let's see. Yeah, that felt like it did really good damage. Oh, yeah. That did like half of his health though. Once I get more used to these traps and everything, I feel like I can attack constantly with the bow. But I do kind of get scared sometimes of doing risks. Because it's a marathon, right? Hey, you get it? Greek mythology marathon? Whatever. Because the way you kind of die in this game is like a death by 1,000 cuts, right? It's like fine every room, you know? But eventually you just get like... you just get sort of get cut down. That you sort of die, like peter out, you know?
Gemstones. For safekeeping.
Thank you. Can we buy something cool now? I feel like a lot of rares and epics have been rivaled by commons. So I'm gonna go for the Ice of Lamia to try to get some... try to get some sustain in here. And after that, I guess we'll just grab the Yanavar Ariadne, even though I just explained why it might not be great. Because I just want to see more stuff, you know? If you see a purple, that's probably a purple we haven't seen yet. I'll grab the key. And that's a fun thing about this as well. The keys and the darkness. In that it does what Dead Cell did well. In that each run felt meaningful. Because you were always getting something, right? Even though you died, even though you lost embarrassingly, you still gained something that progressed you towards getting stronger. I'll take the pomegranate, yeah. I feel like it is doing what Dead Cells tried a little better though. Because the problem with Dead Cells was that I felt like you needed those upgrades in order to be viable. And in this I'm feeling very strong already. Without having to have played the game a bunch and getting a bunch of stat upgrades. Because in that you could like upgrade every part of your character in a lot of ways, right? Like your weapons and stuff, and you could like buy more perks, I think. It's been a while, but I feel like you got a lot of power, necessary power, from doing runs. But in this I'm feeling very strong already. And I feel like the darkness upgrades are kind of upgrading certain things that is powerful, but it isn't just like straight damage, you know? Like the damage upgrade was backstab damage, which isn't a 100% consistent thing that you will be able to pull off constantly, you know? I feel like we'll go for the Tempest Flourish. It's kind of what ties everything I'm doing right now together. Yeah, I know the Zeus upgrade would be great. Maybe even one that upgrades what I'm actually doing.
You cannot escape.
Because I am currently upgrading.
I'm trapped.
Currently the Zeus upgrade is for my B, which I kind of forget to use a lot, even though it's really good. Oh yeah, well they gave us the name for those guys. They were like flotsams, floats, or something like that. Where's my crystal? It's probably stuck on some enemy. I want it back though. Oh, there it is. I see it. Some good damage. Oh, real good damage. Stuck on some chump now though. Oh, got him.
Enough.
Is that easy? You'd love to see it.
Quiet. In the name of Hades.
There we go. Some purples. Your lightning effects also make foes jolted. Victim's next victim's next attack self-inflicts lightning damage that harms nearby foes. That's fun. Pretty good. Your chain lightning effects bounce more times before expiring. That would be really good if I had a better chain lightning effect. Unfortunately, sorry, I didn't get one that boosts my special in any way. So I think I'll just go for the regular lightning strike. Because even though I'm going for the special thing, I think lightning strike is still good because sometimes I do need to utilize range, right? But having extra lightning bands would be fun. But problem is that I'm so bottlenecked by only having one of those crystals to throw around. That is really bottlenecking my lightning right now. So whatever. To have a really good chance at the boss, I think we just need to go for the health. I think that thing there is even like max health capacity, right? It is. Alright, so this is a pretty decent run at the Fury here.
Hello, Meg.
I'm back.
Maybe my whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
Is that a whip? It looks like the swings that twirl around at the circus.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
Nah, this time we got it. Be very careful. We don't want to jump in on her too much, because she does do the AoE attacks. She telegraphs the spins a lot though. So we know exactly when she's about to do it. So as long as we keep our distance, she actually is mostly just charging. I think we got it this time. I believe in the power of me. Yeah, the ads are just like getting fucking shotgun to all hell here with the bow. Oh, fuck me. That's a really fast attack. It's not a really fast attack, but it's faster than I'd like. Because it means you have to pick the fastest way out. Otherwise you take damage. Because you can't dodge, I can't dodge twice yet. I saw there was an upgrade with Darkness that let you dash twice, I think. Because I think the dash is actually like a bit of a resource. You get like a double dash later. Also, pretty good GameCube game. I'm a big fan of Mario Kart Double Dash. Like, when I think about like the old Mario Kart games that I like a lot, I think about Double Dash more before I think about 64 at least. Like Mario Kart 64, to me is like kind of a naff game. I'm not into it. And if you're like into Mario Kart SNES, then I can't help you, buddy. Fuck me. I'm noticing a problem. The animation on that is too long to recover out of all those attacks there. Fuck! Yeah, I keep taking damage. That's really dumb, yeah. Whoa, yeah, she's tough. I did see someone try to fight Meg earlier, and yeah, they did struggle with her. They didn't get on the first or second attempt, yeah, for sure.
Ah, cheers for that, Meg.
So, some upgrades will be in order before I'll probably get some more damage in. I could have played better there for sure. I took a shit ton of damage from just like standing in those circles, being in the flurry attack. But yeah, that's something you'll get better at as you keep playing this game. It's that sort of game where you know, do the same sort of bosses over and over and get us upgrades to keep refining your abilities, you know.
Oh wow, so Megara herself got you last time. That must have been intense. She's fast and strong and beautiful and anyway, I hope the fates are next to you next time.
That's nice. I guess Hypnos
Yeah, I hope so too.
has some unique dialogue, depending on what happened to you.
Keep at it, lad. I've known great men throughout my life, and I can always tell when someone's better than their circumstances. Fight like I'd fight out there.
Oh well, Achilles. Everyone's so nice.
Did Achilles, though doubtless many of the shades who stand against me first arrived in Tartarus because of you.
I guess that's like the something you can do when you like dealing with gods, because they kind of look at life differently than you. That like dying is kind of like a setback, you know.
Who's that sniveling shade to your immediate left there, Father? Already found someone new to do the busy work, and here I thought I was utterly indispensable.
That shade boy is my newly designated contractor, one whose responsibility is to work on this house. Though who shall pay for everything my subjects here demand, I do not know.
You're trying to guilt me into funding the exorbitant furnishings you desire.
Perhaps once we are finished with repairs for all the carnage you have sown throughout my realm, then we might finally have time for all the needed renovations that have piled up.
Like, I love how everyone, like, Hades complains about you a lot, you know, and it's like threatening you, but it doesn't really mean it, I feel. You know, it's just sort of disappointed in you.
Nice. Some sort of special offer for me.
Ah, that's what the gems are. So this adds like another room that heals you, and it's for free, so you may as well.
Authorized. A fountain chamber in the depths of Tartarus sounds like an excellent idea.
Excellent, yeah. So we can actually have some more sustain now. Not that it would have helped me last time. I had full health. Sounds decent.
The shifting chambers of the underworld ought to be a little livelier with this.
And next, you think the contractor is going to help you?
I believe it might. It's not going to save me, but it'll help me. Yeah.
Darkness guide you, child. You have outgrown this house. Of that I am now certain. Should you return again here, I shall keep you safe.
I won't forget you, Nyx, I swear it.
I love how impotent Hades is as well, with all these other gods here that do not give a damn about his authority here, and then just try to help his son escape. That is fun.
You're pretty quick, you know, boyo. Just be sure to use that fancy dash of yours and keep him guessing. Don't let him catch you standing still.
Yeah, I was trying, but I kept getting caught in long animations, dude.
Dash like mad instead of standing still. That's not the worst advice, I guess.
It's pretty good. You can buy a new weapon as well. You can either buy the spear, the Dent, or the shield with some spinny glaives on it. I don't know. I guess this one's more expensive, so you gotta go for the Dent. Also, Dent for Prez. Hopefully the Dent isn't as demented. Okay. Range is pretty long. You can also charge into spin attack. And it doesn't, like, release a charge for you. So you gotta be good about timing it. Because it won't do it for you. Also, you need to animation cancel it. Okay, yeah. Otherwise, you'll be locked in a backswing. So you gotta have some micro of it. You can throw it and then you can recall. Because it's kind of like Shen. Does it do damage on the way back? It does, yeah, it's exactly like Shen. Interesting. Interesting, that's very cool. But I think we'll call it done. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this a series. It's mostly just first impressions, I think. But I really enjoyed this game, and I'll definitely be playing more of it. I guess the nice thing about this is that even if I do play more of it, each run isn't like super important to experience the game in like a playthrough, so who knows what I'll do. But I will say I really enjoyed it, and I super recommend trying it if you haven't already. It's great. It's good stuff. It's super giant. What more could you want? Yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you had a good time, and I hope to see you for another video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.